So it's a rumor at the moon. So
BollyFools rumor at the moon.
So guys, as you know, last week we took a bit of a break. We were just so strapped with work, life, everything else that we just had to close down BollyFools for a little while.
Yeah, and that time may come again, but for right now, we're back. Trailer reactions are coming, and importantly, this is the second week of the news.
इसकी गर्लफ्रेंड जॉली की फ्यूचर बीवी, तेरी गर्लफ्रेंड जॉली की फ्यूचर बीवी, मेरी गर्लफ्रेंड जॉली की फ्यूचर बीवी, और जो आने वाली है वो भी जॉली की फ्यूचर बीवी.
So guys, so yesterday I sent Ravi the first look for HouseFull free poster. Yeah. And let me read what he responded back on WhatsApp. Oh my God. This is unbelievable. Oh my having a threesome. This is so fucking sick. Best film ever. Can't wait to watch this. Did you mean any of that?
Meant all of it.
Right. What's screaming out at you with this poster? Because we got two. We got one with the guys and we got one with the chicks.
Okay, for the record, like Nergis Fakhri, Jacqueline Fernandez, Lisa Hayden's okay, but the first two, Jesus Christ, that's like a fucking dream. Like the two of them in a film together, amazing. Question I have though is what Simon didn't send me was the poster with the guys. We were all sort of sitting and standing in front of a phone booth, and a ridiculous cast, right? Akshay Kumar, Abhishek Bachchan, and Dinesh Deshmukh. But Akshay Kumar's holding something. I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, what he's holding, maybe we shouldn't actually say what we think it kind of look like.
Could be anything.
Yes, it could be anything. But, so when you talk about the phone box, I take it they're in the UK, because, right?
They could be, or it could be leftover stuff from when the British, or that, or when the British invaded India.
But let's get back to the main poster. Guys, as a marketing piece, I think the first poster with just the three chicks is absolutely
You don't
shit
need to
hot.
do anything else.
No, you don't. You've got that wicked color combination, which I love, all right? With the red off the blue, and then you got Full House in heavy blue. I think that sits so well. And it gets me thinking, right? This is the reason why this is pretty awesome, is because if you walk into a newsagent, right? In India, newsagents is, it's like a sweet shop. If it had FHM or even HouseFull free, I would pick that up.
Yeah!
Yeah, I would pick that up and I would think about investing in it. And it gets me thinking, if I didn't see the Akshay Kumar poster with the three guys, I may consider watching this film if I didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah, I know, that I'll be honest, the guy poster kind of makes it look a bit different, kind of creepy. But the first poster is just ridiculous. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
We know why they did the guy version as well for the chicks and obviously for the girls, the guys.
Actually, to be honest, based on our comments, they probably did the guy version for the guys, to be honest.
Yeah. Well guys, let us know. We just thought we wanted to share this poster with you as a first look. Put it down in the comment section. Which poster do you prefer? And does this pique your interest in going to actually watch this film at the cinema? Or if not, if you would rather just prefer to wait for it on DVD. So when we did the news 2 weeks ago, we got a mixed bag of responses. We got an overwhelming positive feedback, so that's why we're kind of carrying it on. But we got a few people saying, one particular person who had a black and white image, and I think color wouldn't have helped her. But she was talking about how, why are you guys talking about rumors? Why are you talking about rumors? And there's a reason for that, because it's floating news. And sometimes if it's exciting floating news, then it's a hot topic that people want to talk about and get excited about and put their point across as well.
And to be honest, the whole point of this news show is we're having discussions about what's latest and what's current, and sometimes that stuff is officially released news, which everyone knows anyway, and sometimes it's rumoured stuff. Sometimes it's stuff that's doing the rounds on social media. Sometimes it's stuff that may have been commented on in other videos and other news outlets, and we're just giving you our take on it.
So this is a rumor at the moment.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to talk about rumors?
No.
No, right, okay. So it's Ayan Mukherjee.
Ayan Mukherjee.
Ayan Mukherjee's dream project is a film to do with a superhero. At the moment, who they're looking at is Ranbir Kapoor.
Oh,
Yeah. Now, we're not massive Ranbir Kapoor fans. We can't get behind his performance or his films. So when news hit about this superhero film, it got me thinking that how recently Bollywood is trying to get into the whole superhero field because of obviously what Marvel and DC, what Hollywood is doing. And does it work with the films that we've seen? And if not, then how is there a way that Bollywood could brush up on their superhero film looks to get us excited?
So, as I understand it, Ayan Mukherjee wants to take a Deadpool style anti-hero style theme with this.
Yeah, so sorry, I was just going to say, so at the moment the working title is Dragon, and he's like the Human Torch where he could blow fire, or he could bring forth the fire around his body, so like he could just blow things up.
Nice! I've never seen Asian people going around blowing stuff up before. It's not going to be controversial.
No, not at all, Randy. This is the news. It's got nothing to do with terrorism or anything like that. So he's not a terrorist. You said blowing things up. He's not going to. To my understanding, he's a dragon that blows fire.
Right.
He's not a terrorist.
Right. Nobody's going to make that mistake. So I think that there's an opportunity here, right? Like, so Krish has tried. There have been boosted normal heroes in like Dhoom and in Ra. You have an opportunity. There's a gap. There's a huge gap for a superhero type character. The only difficulty is if you're going to do that and you're going to do it justice, you have to do away with some of the more traditional Bollywood style themes. And it will be interesting if there's an anti-hero approach to this. What ends up coming out? Do they go like the Punisher type style, where like he's a good guy, but he kills anyone that gets in his way? Do they go with Deadpool where it's more comedy? In which case, I think they just leave it alone, because you can just see where that's going to go wrong.
Right. Well, my issue with this whole superhero... Now, I know that Krish has been a success in India. If I'm wrong, correct me. Maybe I'll get it wrong. But Krish was a success. But the problem that I've got is that I've grown up with Marvel, DC, Image comic books, and so have you guys. So I want to see those characters take form on the big screen. But when it's a new superhero, I just like a guy that can blow fire. It doesn't do anything for me. It really doesn't, because I think to myself, when I think about that, I think of the Human Torch from Fantastic Four. Yeah. And I just feel that if you're going to do something like that, why not actually move in the realms of mutants? I know that that's kind of, X-Men, but I feel that they could work more off that than just this one guy who possesses the power of fire.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what ends up developing. They could build a world around him. If he forces a bad guy or a villain to come out with superpowers, then maybe there'll be more superpowers as we go.
Well, the other thing is that with Warner Brothers and well, all of them at the moment, they're creating their own universe. So what might be cool, if this ends up working, is actually create a universe with Krish, with this character if it goes ahead. Maybe throw in, if there's any other Bollywood superhero movies.
Hanuman?
So Ranbir, with the Dhoom franchise, did you ever get behind that?
I wouldn't say I got behind it. I've caught bits of the films. I loved Dhoom 3, particular scene in Dhoom 3, apart from that.
And what was the reason? Was it that you just felt that they were inconsistent? Was it the story? I mean, what exactly was it that detached you from that series?
All of it, all of the above. It was poorly paced in most cases, and it really struggled with giving me someone to root for. I didn't like that neither of the leading men were likable.
Well, with number one, I like that with John Abraham.
Right.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. And
you put that in your top 10 films of all time?
No, I haven't. I have not put that in my top 10 films of all time.
Go to IMDb and find his fan page. That's
He's lying. Anyway,
number 8.
And the second one was pretty good, but I also always had a problem with the two main characters, Abhishek Bachchan and with the Chopra.
Right.
Them being the main characters to drive it forward. And it just felt slightly a bit sketchy to me. It didn't feel complete with their performances. And you always ended up rooting for the bad guy.
Yeah.
You feel like that?
Yeah.
Like Hrithik Roshan,
Yeah.
and then you've got John Abraham.
Yeah, because they've got a bit more charisma, got a bit more kind of about them, and they were a bit more edgy. But even still, I just found it hard to get behind either of them. But if you introduced someone new to the series, it might freshen things up.
Well, they tried it, didn't they, with Amir Khan with the last one, and it kind of felt flat on its face. Yeah, it made a shitload of money. I didn't like his magic. I do better magic skills than Amir Khan.
I think you do.
Right, but what do they need? So rumor has hit that the two people that they're probably going to be signing, they might be signing on, is Salman Khan and who's the chick's name?
Vani
Kapoor. Now, by throwing Salman Khan in the mix, what would you want from the Doom franchise?
Not what I want, but what will happen is they'll have a lot more money. It's obviously a blockbuster series by itself anyway, but Salman Khan brings his own level of gravitas to any franchise. So that's an A. B, I would want them to maybe I want him to be the bad guy for a start. I'd want him to be the villain.
We haven't actually seen Salman Khan as a villain
in a long time. I can't remember him ever being a proper villain.
If you could think about Salman Khan being a villain, please put it down in the comment section when I hear that. But I'm sorry.
Salman Khan as a villain would be awesome, and a proper boss style villain, where he's got people around him, but he's the kingpin. And through the film, you're waiting for the moment where he unleashes, but that's kind of more interesting to me. It's like maybe he's an organised crime boss, or almost like a comic book style organised crime boss, and he's committing crimes, or his group are committing crimes all across the world, not just in stealing stuff.
Yeah, the one thing that slightly annoys me about the Doom franchise is that the bad guys become good guys in the end. They are kind of good guys in their own right, trying to do their own thing, but they just become good guys towards the end, or they're set free, or whatever it may be. With this, I would want him to be an absolute friggin' unstoppable bad guy.
Yeah, and with facial hair.
But then the problem you got is that if he is this unstoppable bad guy, would our two heroes, Uday Chopra and Abhishek Bachchan, be able to stop him? Because those characters feel very weak to me.
So I think they should be killed off.
Yeah.
So Doom 4 ends when Salman Khan kills off Uday Chopra and Abhishek Bachchan, and he's standing over their bodies and they're dead. And that brings an end to the film, and we pull away from the planet, and it's just all dominated by Salman Khan fans causing riots all over the place. Then it drops the credits and it goes, see you next time for Doom 5.
No, that wouldn't work, Ranbir. That wouldn't work. We need something better. How about this? This film is going to have an insane budget. They're not going to do this, but I would probably prefer is that they just can't stop him. So what they do?
Call the Avengers.
They don't call the Avengers. What kind of? So they call back the other guys from the Doom series, and they tag up to try to stop.
Amir Khan and John Abraham.
And Hrithik Roshan.
And
to stop.
Yeah.
This unbeatable bad guy.
I think that you might have legs there. You might have legs.
The Avengers.
The Avengers.
The Avengers. Anyway, guys, let us know. Give us your feedback. If you're expecting something from Doom 4, what would it be? And are you excited about Salman Khan maybe being the bad guy? And if he is, what would you want from him?
And what song, if any, do you think that Vani Kapoor should do a dance to? Because let's face it, that's what she's there for. What is this thing about Salman Khan bringing through young hot actresses?
But we don't know if he's bringing it through. I don't know. Do you know? It's just a rumour. We're not allowed to talk about rumours. Anyway, guys, we're going to leave you to it. Hope you enjoyed this episode. It's your boy Simon.
Ravi.
Peace out.
Take care.